All right. Welcome to this next video. In this next video, we'll be doing integration using partial fractions. We have just covered this in the previous video. I thought doing one more example will help us, and it's good practice. So let us dive right into it. So you will see that in this particular question, they've asked the question slightly differently. They've given us f of x into that. And then they say we must find values for a and b. So basically, it is another way of resolving it into partial fractions, because at the moment, we don't have any technique that can help us integrate f of x as it is. So you can be asked a question in this form, and then you can be told find what the integral of f of x is. So we'll dive right into it and begin to solve it. So you will have 4 minus 2x, and this will give you a, and then we can multiply this. So this will be x plus 1, this will be x plus 3, plus b, which will give you 2x plus 1, x plus 3, and then plus c, which will give you 2x plus 1, and will give you x plus 1. So what we'll try and do, we'll try to use the method of elimination to try and solve this. So what we'll then do is we will let x equals to -1, and by letting x equals to -1, this allows us to solve this question. So we're eliminating the x minus 1 term, so we're eliminating a because it's got that x plus 1 term. We're eliminating c because it has that x plus 1 term, and hence we just left with b. So we will substitute -1 in b, and then let's see what that works out to be. If we do that, we end up getting 6 on the other side. And if we have -1 plus 3 in that, we end up having -2b on the other side. And therefore, we can safely conclude that b equals to -3. We will try then solve for the next variable by eliminating 2 more. So we'll use -3. So what we end up having is 4 minus 2 times -3. So what this then gives us is the -3 term eliminates a, and it also eliminates b because they've got x plus 3 there as a factor. So therefore this becomes c, this becomes 2 times -3, and this becomes -3 plus 1. And therefore, if we try and resolve this gives you 10 on the other side. And if we look at it on the other side, multiply that gives us 10c, and therefore we get that c is 1. Then let's try and solve for the last variable. We can let this become -1/2. So we end up with 4 minus 2 times -1/2. And if we use that, we are eliminating b because it has the 2x plus 1 term, and we are eliminating c. So this allows us to solve for a. So this gives us -1/2 plus 1, and then this gives us -1/2 plus 3. And therefore, if we are trying to solve this will give us 5 on the other side. This gives us 5/4, and therefore we can safely conclude that a equals to 4. So once we find a is equals to 4, what that means is that now f of x can now be written as 4 over 2x plus 1 plus the value for b. B is a negative, so this becomes -3 of x plus 1. Lastly, plus c, which is 1, and therefore this is x plus 3. So we have been able to find the values of a, b, and c, and what that means is that f of x now becomes this particular integral. It becomes the integral 4 is 2x plus 1 minus 3 over x plus 1 plus 1 over x plus 3 dx. And this is what f is. So we're now integrating f, and therefore just a reminder on how we do this again is that if you look at this expression here, This is the part which is u, and we can get it to be u prime by splitting up 4. So we can split up this integral into 2x plus 1. And the next one, 3, is just a constant, so that becomes x plus 1 plus, remember that there's dx in every one of these, and therefore lastly the last one becomes the integral of 1 over x plus 3 dx. So once we've done this, this becomes quite easy to now integrate using that special technique we learned about having the numerator as u and the denominator as the derivative of that. So therefore this becomes u equals to 2 the ln of the denominator, 2x plus 1 plus minus 3, the ln of x plus 1, and lastly plus the ln of x plus 3 plus our constant for integration. So this is quite a long question to do. So normally it is important to be able to understand what we have done so that you can resolve this for yourself. I hope that this video has made sense and has solidified your understanding of this. And yeah, I hope that you enjoy it too. So see you in the next video.